What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to Getting Technical. I believe this is episode 68. We got Julian back. He's no longer Hollywood. He's back in the building.
I'm back.
Burke
Fraud.
again. We're here talking some football. We'll talk some Soto to the Mets.
I just wanted to say shout out Kentucky basketball, bro. Like I've been grinding college basketball a little bit. Shout out Kentucky, man.
Are you even watching it?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I can never get into
special.
I can't get into college sports until it's like the playoffs. Like I'll watch the college football playoffs. I'm just like not like
I'll watch like the big college football games, but like
there's too many people to
let me
know.
watch Alabama versus Appalachian State one week. You know, it's just like
it's I don't know.
It's tough like watching them consistently when they just like 6 out of their 10 games or 12 games are against fucking 1AA teams.
Yeah. The March Madness, though, I will say, is probably my favorite sporting event there is. Yeah, it's definitely. Just like the every single year, it's just like fucking chaos, and it's like nothing makes sense in that tournament, and it's like it's just fun. Except and last year, I just bet UConn every single game. I just bet their spread they won.
So they make money.
Every once in a while, there's a team like UConn that just destroys everyone. Like, the other games are still fun, but they just shit on everyone. And the spread was like minus 30, minus 15 and a half. Like, it was like,
did they
hit every single one.
Did they win men and women's again? Because I remember when we were in college, like they did that.
They didn't win women's.
And I remember like this kid Chris Vitale, we went to high school with, was at UConn like when they did that, and he said they were like riding through the streets, and somebody handed him a Molotov cocktail, and he got to throw it.
Yo, that's insane, bro.
He's probably if this finds his way to him, which it's not going to, he'd be like, "What the fuck, Burke?"
I don't care. I mean, listen, statute of limitations on arson felonies got to be long gone.
Oh my god. I mean, a lot happened last week in the NFL.
Big games, man.
Yeah, it was a lot of big games. Do we want to start with the Chiefs?
Yeah, I'm not big on them. I think they're a first round exit. I'm putting that out there. I'm doubting Mahomes. I'm doubting him.
They've been doing this for the past few years, where it's just like they look sluggish and they're 12-1, but like Mahomes is starting to pick it up a little bit, like offensively. Like this game, he didn't look like too great, but I mean, they're gonna figure out a way to just be better than everybody else in the playoffs.
Well, like other than like who have they played, right? Like have they played?
They've beaten everybody except Buffalo.
I understand that, but what good teams have they played?
Don't matter.
Right? They started off. They beat the Ravens,
but that's early on.
That's
right?
The Ravens have not been great this year.
Okay,
they beat the Bengals in a shootout, who suck, but their offense is good. And their defense shows up every once in a blue moon. Falcons, nothing. Chargers, solid team. We got to talk about that at one point, by the way, because that video on YouTube, holy shit! People it has like 400 comments.
People still comment at me, being like, "Oh, sick take, buddy," on the Chargers being one of the worst teams in the league.
It's like I should respond to more of them. I don't, but it's just like, bro, it's like, is this the first time you've seen a dog shit take? Like. I know. We were like, this guy doesn't know anything. I'm like, bro, every single person that you worship and follow online has made a dog shit take. Like, it's just the way it is.
Because now I got Olberding being like, because he's the only person fucking east of fucking Texas that even knows who the Chargers are. And he's just like, oh, there goes Burke with another bad take, another bad take. I'm like, bro.
You had a terrible take this weekend saying Najee Harris is on a Hall of Fame trajectory.
No, cut that out right. Like,
nah, bro, that's crazy.
But like you gotta sit here and look at this.
Him and Obi have an ongoing argument where he said Najee Harris is good, and Obi's like, 1,000-yard season doesn't mean anything.
A 1,000-yard season,
bad.
But like
he's a solid running back.
Everybody who watches football, the mark of a good season for a running back is 1,000 yards. And you know who disagrees with that? Chris Olberding. So like that must be the word of God.
Well, he is the running backs coach at Walworth.
Right, exactly, at Walworth High School. Which is like, dude, the guy's gonna have another 1,000-yard season. It's gonna be 4 in a row. If he does this 3 more times, he's going to be like top 70 all-time rushing. He does it again, he's like top 40 all-time rushing.
It used to be a great stat because once they bucked another game, I think for me it lost its value. Like when it was 16 games, 1,000 yards was like impressive. But like
all right, so what is it? So what is it now? 1,100 yards is now the mark.
1,000-yard season as a running back who played most games is a mark of a really good season. It's not elite. It's not like this stud. Like he said, you're fringe Pro Bowl. You had a really good season. You're a good running back in the NFL.
But like he said, it's 65 yards a game. It's nothing crazy. But once again, like the lifespan of a running back is so short that if he goes out there and does this 3-4 more times, he's going to be top 100 and then top 70 all-time rushers.
Yeah, I mean, well,
I mean, it's
availability is the best ability.
It's your best ability. I'm not saying
he's only been in the league for 4 years.
For 4 years, and he's done 1,000 yards every time.
Okay, but here, so question for you: who do you think has had, and like all bias aside, who do you think has been more impressive throughout their career, ETN or Najee Harris?
Najee Harris.
ETN
hasn't been as consistent.
Okay,
ETN's peak has been better than Najee.
Okay, let me tell you this: who is Najee Harris's quarterback the last 3 years? Kenny Pickett.
Right.
Guys, the worst quarterback.
So
probably
so
one of the worst.
Ball off.
Right.
Exactly.
So, but stack the box, right?
I mean,
bro, this man. I was looking it up. We had this conversation with Saquon. Saquon averages almost over 4 yards a carry before he gets contact. Najee Harris,
I looked that up, by the way. It's like 2.7, I think.
It's definitely not. It was. I looked it up. It was like 4 yards before contact. It was like.
It's still crazy.
It was like why. It was like y/c.
I mean, Najee Harris' first career is 3.4 yards a carry. That's pretty good.
It's really not. It's like pretty mediocre. But like I said, if he keeps going for 1,000-yard season after 1,000-yard season after 1,000-yard season, like how can you say that like he's not a good running back? And like I said, if he does this 3-4 more times, he's going to be in the top 50 all-time rushers.
Well, do you think the Steelers re-sign him though? Because he's a free agent. Like
I mean, if I'm him, I wouldn't stay in Pittsburgh just because they do not take care of him. Like they just fucking their running game is atrocious. Like their offensive line. I watch these games and he's getting hit behind the line of scrimmage like all day long.
No, you're not wrong.
But
I think Najee Harris is a good running back. I think he's at should we go in order about which running backs are better than Najee Harris?
You can do it. Would you rather?
I mean,
you need a list for that though. NFL.
I can make a list.
But like I listen to Olberning, it's just like he's not explosive. I'm like I get it. He's 240 pounds. Like there's not many guys that are going to be that big and run a 4.5 like Derrick Henry does. But he can go out there and get you 70, 80 yards a game if you give him the ball more than fucking 12 times.
All right, I got 3 names right off the bat. I need 2 more.
Breece Hall has been so bad this year.
They don't give him the ball.
He's not good.
What do you mean?
He's 12th. He's 12th. Najee's 12th right now.
All right,
but they don't give Breece Hall the ball.
All right,
how are you supposed to be good if you don't get the ball?
Let's do a would you rather. You ready for this?
All right.
All right. Would you rather Najee Harris edition? First name up, Bucky Irving.
Bucky Irving, not close. He's a beast, Bucky Irving.
I like Bucky.
And he's a rookie.
I like Bucky.
Bucky Irving, he's good. He's really good.
I agree with that. Next name up, Chase Brown.
Najee.
I'll go Chase Brown. Upside is there with Chase Brown.
Yards before contact, 3.9.
Oh. Yeah, that's crazy.
That's fucking insane.
I mean, wait, so you said Chase Brown?
I like Chase Brown a lot. He's really good.
Okay.
He's also averaging 4.4 yards a carry.
All right, next name up, James Conner.
James Conner. I like Conner.
It's so close, especially because he used to be a Steeler.
2 Pittsburgh guys.
Yeah.
Well,
but
2 are.
I mean, actually, I'm going to take that back. I'm going to take Najee Harris. Like, I will say this over and over and over. Like, Najee Harris is not in a good offense. Like, the Pittsburgh offense looks way better than it has, like, years prior, but it's still not, like, that, like, great of an offense. Their defense is just so good that their offense is able to flourish a little bit more.
No, you're not wrong, but I'd probably go.
They get turnovers and like special teams plays.
I would go James Conner, but it's close. Like I don't want to pick everyone else against Najee Harris. I like Najee Harris, but I think all the guys we picked right now are a little bit better. Okay. They're in the same ballpark though.
All right, next name up, David Montgomery.
David Montgomery,
but I will say credit to David Montgomery. He's been amazing the past 2 years. If Najee Harris was on the Lions, I think he'd be a lot better.
Probably. Yeah.
Like they have the best offensive line. They have a great passing attack. They're just a great team. And comparing that offense to the Steelers' offense, even though the Steelers' offenses are better, it's not even close.
Like I'm showing you now. Like Najee Harris averages 1.9 yards before he gets touched. So this man is like 2 yards in, he's getting smacked. Mm-hmm. Where you have Saquon, who's averaging almost 4.
It's just all about the O-line.
It's like your O-line is just opening. Like if you can sit there on these lines and get 4 yards before, and you have a guy that's 240 pounds, he's going to get 6 yards just by hitting you, running into you.
Yeah.
And then I guess last name up would be J.K. Dobbins.
Najee. Health reasons.
Yeah.
Also, big health reasons.
What if Dobbins was healthy?
I'd still go Najee.
We've only seen Dobbins. He's hurt now. He's played 11 games this year. He's been great. But he's been hurt the last 3 years. So all we have is an 11-game sample size where, he was better than Najee Harris, but Najee Harris is playing every game. So I'd rather have Najee Harris. You know who's been a stud this year? Chuba Hubbard.
Oh yeah, he's going second round in fantasy.
That Carolina offense is looking a lot.
Looks good.
All right, he looks good.
They almost beat the Chiefs. They almost beat the Chiefs.
Relax. I wouldn't say he looks good, but he looks like he's starting to show that promise of the first overall pick.
Yeah, credit to Bryce Young though. But a lot of pressure was on him.
I think the big thing though that makes him look a lot better is C.J. Stroud having such a down year.
Yeah.
So him having such a down year makes his progression after he replaced not replaced, but like came back in after Dalton got hurt still, a lot better.
Last year was rough. This year he gets benched, comes back, and now like their offense looks good. They're losing close games to competitive losses. Like
to good teams, though.
He looks like he's going to be a good NFL starting quarterback.
He looks like he can be a very serviceable guy.
A few weeks ago, no one was saying that.
Right, but like also you're the first overall pick. I don't want you to be serviceable. Yeah. I want you to be really fucking good.
I mean, I think
agree.
I don't think he's gonna be really fucking good, but he's shout out to him. Like I thought his career was down the drain.
I think he's still to me leaning more towards bust than anything. He's played a good 6 games.
Yeah.
Better than most.
Done nothing.
Bro, you know what's crazy? If you look at Saquon, Derrick Henry, Jahmyr Gibbs, 6.1, 5.2, 5.7, that is ridiculous.
It is.
Jahmyr Gibbs is such a stud, bro.
Jahmyr Gibbs splits carries.
I know. Him and Dave Montgomery. I mean, Montgomery gets more carries than him. Yeah. Actually, wait, does he? Yeah, that's pretty split.
There's nothing that pisses me off more than being a Jahmyr Gibbs owner than just seeing the first 2 or 3 drives of every Lions game just being straight David Montgomery.
It doesn't make any sense.
And they score every fucking time.
Could you imagine if he got the workload of both?
Well, that's why I would, like you were saying, like I would go Montgomery over him because if he got full-time workload, like Montgomery is right where Jahmyr Gibbs is.
But if you look at yards per carry, it's not even close. Montgomery's 4.3, Jahmyr's 5.7.
Right. Well, Jahmyr is a way better running back. Yes. But if you gave him, if it was more of like a 70-30, like Montgomery to Gibbs, Montgomery would be right there too.
Yeah, it makes sense. Who are you looking for?
Yo, shout out Tank Bigsby, bro. 600 yards.
Tank Bigsby's not, bro. Wait. Let's go back to that.
He's not bad.
Tank Bigsby,
bro,
5 yards a carry, 120 carries, 602 yards. That's pretty good, bro.
He's been good this year.
Brees has just been let down by his offense.
They don't
everything about the team is a joke, so you can't even say anything.
Like
Brees. The Jets are truly one of the most. They are. It's rock bottom for them. They're just rock bottom.
Do we segue into the Jets now, or
let's save them?
Save them for later.
Save them for later.
We could stay in the AFC East and talk about are the Bills going to be able to make that run this year? Is the defense going to be able to do it for them? Is Josh Allen going to be able to be the superhero in the playoffs and get them over the hump?
The Bills, I'm not trying to be a hater. The Bills are not getting it done this year. And it's the same. The reason is not Josh Allen. It's the same reason it is every year. Josh Allen balls out in the playoffs. There's no fall off with Josh Allen in the playoffs. He goes off. They put up points. The defense falls up short. They're going to play either Lamar Jackson or Patrick Mahomes, and they're not going to be able to get a stop. We saw it this week against the Rams. I mean, the Rams looked like the greatest show on turf.
They look like the Kurt Warner, Isaac Bruce, Torrey Holt Rams.
I think they stopped him one time. They stopped the Rams one time. And look, I think the Rams have a stacked offense. Puka, Kupp, Stafford, Kyren Williams, like dogs. But, bro, like that offense has a lot of games where they just completely struggle. And, I mean, they dropped like 50. They've dropped 44 points on them. It's just their defense is not there. They're not going to get it done.
Putting up 42 points should be a W 10 times out of 10.
He had 6. Josh Allen had 6 total touchdowns. The first QB ever to have 3 rushing and 3 passing. Shout out to Josh Allen.
Cost me in fantasy.
Cost me in fantasy.
But bro, like,
cost a lot of people in fantasy.
To lose that game is crazy.
I think. I mean, it's one game. It's one game. Like they were 10-2 before that, and their defense was playing pretty above average. You know, like good enough.
Defense has been playing really well, but
so I think it's just I think it's a fluke. Like we'll see going forward.
It's history though. History repeats itself. Their defense always falls up, always has a good season, and cannot get a stop in the big game when it matters most, and they leave Josh Allen out to dry.
I think
Josh Allen is always getting it done in the playoffs. It's never been Josh Allen.
I'm a pretty big Bills hater as well, but I think it could be their year. I think I've seen enough. Josh Allen is just special. Like if he's going to go down as one of the top 5, top 10 quarterbacks of all time, if he wins especially if he wins the Super Bowl, I think he's just the talent he has. I think he can carry teams. Like think about it. Like they know all you got to do is stop Josh Allen. They can't do it. No. Like you know what I mean? Like so.
I mean that goes with like a lot. It's like all you gotta do is stop Pat Mahomes.
I bet
all you gotta do is stop Lamar.
Josh Allen's the best quarterback in the NFL right now. It's not close this year. He's the best quarterback by a mile.
Until playoff Patty, I don't know about a mile because Joe Burrow's fucking playing out of his world.
He's been the clear-cut best QB.
Don't sleep on Lamar. Don't sleep on Lamar.
I'm not trying to sleep on Lamar. Trust me. Lamar's been getting
Lamar and Josh got similar stats. If we want to check out the stats, they got similar stats.
They do pretty much identical stats.
Josh is a step ahead of Lamar.
Josh is.
I don't know.
As a quarterback, I think Josh Allen's better.
Listen, there's nobody better than playoff Patty.
No. He plays on one leg and he beats.
I'm doubting playoff Patty. Fuck you, Pat Mahomes. You're done. The Chiefs dynasty comes to an end tonight.
I hope you're right, bro. For just being a fan, like I hate watching a repeat. Like I hate watching teams repeat, especially three-peat. It's like,
I mean, this
is bad for the sport.
It is weird because they're 12-1, but this probably is like their worst team. But like they just keep winning games.
Yeah, they look like the worst 12-1 team.
It's a weird thing to say, but I mean,
we got to remember the Steelers were 11-0. Remember that one year, and then they just like fell off the wagon. Remember they were literally 11-0.
Was it the year with Juju and?
It was the year that they lost to Baker at home. Remember, it was like 20. Remember the Browns?
Oh no, yeah, no. Like 2017. That was the year he was drafted.
Like that. But like. I don't know, man. I think the Lions are for sure coming out of the NFC, and I think the Bills will be right there with them. But
like he can be serviceable until Tennessee like finds like their next guy.
What have we not talked about?
Like he'll be like a Davis Mills.
Yeah. I don't think we talked back.
Talk about NFC playoff picture.
Yeah, I mean, the New York Football Giants.
Hey, you want to talk about who? Shador or Travis Hunter? Who you guys? Oh, no, you guys are dropping down to Cam Ward now, right? You want Cam Ward?
You want Shador?
Cam Ward's.
I want Travis Hunter, tank for next year, Archman.
See, all roads need to lead to Arch.
I don't like any of these QBs.
You see, his grandpa said he wants him in Dallas.
Wait, did he actually?
Yeah, Archie said he wants him. He would like to see him in Dallas.
Oh my god, that's brutal. Yeah, I mean, Packers look really good. I don't know, when Jordan Love's healthy and on the field, that team's legit.
I think they're the one team that's gonna upset the Lions or can upset the Lions.
I mean, they played well. Yeah, I mean, I don't think they're the only team that can upset the Lions. Like, I think there's a lot of teams that can. I think that.
I think that it's always that third matchup. Like seeing them twice is always good for like the game plan, but it could go either way because like the coordinators on the Lions. Like I think this is the line. It has to be the Lions' year because once they lose Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn,
it's wraps.
And Dan Campbell is not an X's and O guy.
Yeah.
He's a heart on the sleeve.
Yeah.
You know, like. He needs those coordinators.
But who's to say they even leave though? Like everyone's putting their names out there, but like you think both of them
money
leave?
Talks, bro.
Absolutely.
You know? Like I think definitely one of them. But
they're both probably gonna.
I mean,
go,
they already
know that.
They already had the report. Like Ben Johnson was saying, he's like, I'm only going to go to a team that is like willing to show me that they're like progressing for a better future. There hasn't really been much talk about Aaron Glenn, but I mean, Aaron Glenn can very well go for a job next year, like very well. But
I think I don't know. I think if I had to pick a team to upset the Lions right now, I'm going. I mean, this is going to be like a very basic take, but I'm going to go Eagles. Like the Eagles' defense, like it's special. Cooper DeJean, Quinyon Mitchell, they're like. They should be 1A and 1B in defensive rookie of the year right now. Like they've been locked down, they've been defending great, and like. They still got Jalen Carter inside.
He's a fucking monster, bro.
Their linebackers, like I feel like there's this one dude, I forget his name.
Bryce Huff is trash, but
has he been that bad for them?
I think it's like Nick Bond or some shit. Like he's like an all-pro linebacker this year. Like I've never heard of him. I was like, the Eagles are
linebackers get like no talk, like nobody, because like I mean they like I get it, like like they run the defense, everything, like the defense runs through your linebackers. It's even like. We got Jamie Sherwood this week for the Jets. Got 18 tackles.
Yeah.
No one gives a fuck. No one gives a fuck.
Nobody cares.
No.
Bro, I saw this tweet today from Ari. What's his name? Ari
Myrov.
Myrov or whatever. He's talking about how Irv Charles is out for the season. He was like, he was one of the bright spots on the Jets. Am I watching the same team as that guy?
Well, no, he
Irv
was like
Charles is the worst.
Irv Charles, like as a specials teamers.
He just
Like,
in
he-
general,
like, he-
he's just like the guy. He's the guy who hits the guy who calls for the fair catch. Like, am I wrong? He's done that multiple times this year.
No, Irv Charles is actually Irv Charles is like going to be like a Pro Bowl like special teams guy.
Yeah.
I mean, not anymore.
Not anymore. Yeah,
Oh,
clearly.
I mean, he still probably will be. Nobody like that stuff all goes. I'm pretty sure to like the coaches and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like
I'm pretty sure he's the guy. There was one guy. I thought it was Irv Charles who one game like just completely like was just selling the entire time on special teams. Maybe I'm bugging out though.
I think that's what Xavier Gibson's doing because he's a glorified returner, and I haven't seen him do fucking
Xavier
jack shit.
Gibson is riding his week 1, 2023
Where?
on returning for a touchdown.
Yeah.
He's been riding. He's got as much as he can out of that. Bro.
The guy
he has not done anything.
The guy
since
gets
then.
the guy gets legitimate snaps over a guy we drafted in the second round, Malachi Corley, because he returned a kick one time.
And Malachi Corley's not doing himself any favors, dropping the ball before he walks into the end zone.
But it's like, yo, like
Just
they
boneheaded
went
Deshaun
in and were like, yo,
Jackson
we're gonna use this guy like Debo, and he's had 5 healthy scratches this year. I was like, sick. I leave it to the Jets to do some shit like that.
No, but do you guys actually think like if you had to pick today, like you would pick the Packers over the Lions in the playoffs?
No.
No, but I'm saying I think with the way that like Love is really starting to like he hasn't been turning the ball over. That was the big thing. It was like the Packers, like as good as they still are, like the question mark was, is Jordan Love gonna like just gunsling it like the next Brett Favre, just like can you win when he's turning the ball over? But like now he's not. He's taking care of the ball better. I think that's gonna be able to put them over the hump a little bit if they can, get to the line.
The Packers have so many weapons. Like they have Tucker Kraft is good. Jaden Reed, obviously.
Josh Jacobs is a
sold
top
your
5
fantasy
running.
team.
Yeah.
Josh Jacobs is really good. Christian Watson's really good. Dontavion Wicks is really good. Like not really. They're all like super solid guys that you can trust.
They're all good. They have a good offensive scheme. LaFleur's a really good offensive mind. Jordan Love's really good. Josh Jacobs is having a fucking phenomenal season.
Their defense is pretty solid.
And the defense is solid. I mean, they're a good team.
Plus, if a team has to go, I mean, the Lions will not have to go to Green Bay because they're going to have home field advantage. Team comes into Green Bay first round, not going to. They have the clear advantage in that aspect.
Yeah.
I think the Lions are like this is just their
I
year.
mean, right now they got to play Seattle. Like if the season ended today, they're playing Seattle.
I don't see how they lose to Seattle.
No, I mean,
Seattle's in the playoffs. Are you kidding me?
Seattle had a good win this week against Arizona.
Aren't they leading their division? Yeah, they're winning. They're winning their division.
I'm so sick of Seattle, bro. They're so mid.
They are mid.
It's like I don't know. I have a big vendetta against the Seahawks, man. Like
why?
Because other than like
they're fucking trash, dude.
other than like Jackson Smith and Jigba and like Kenneth Walker when he's healthy, who the fuck else is on that team?
DK.
K
Yeah,
Metcalf.
but he's kind of ass this year.
Yeah, Charbonnet had a good week last year.
Like they have, but like
know, bro, like-
it's just fuck Geno Smith, man. Like I'm sick.
Why? I'm Team Geno.
Fuck him.
Former Jet, you got to show respect. How come you like Sam Darnold but you don't like Geno Smith?
Because fucking Sam Darnold was good.
Nah, bro, you're
He
just
just fucking
you're
was
just
wrong.
racist, bro.
Because he's white.
God.
Bro, nah, fucking Geno had opportunities, and Sam was throwing to guys that like shouldn't even been in the USFL. Like, if you can name me a fucking receiver for Sam Darnold, like that should be a fucking Jeopardy question.
Wait.
But Jameson Crowder is probably his number one receiver.
James,
right?
yeah, and he had like a year and a half with him.
I can't.
Yeah, a slot. Yeah, Jamison Crowder was Sam
known as
Darnold's
Xavier
best.
Gibson.
Was his best receiver ever.
Zay Gibson, baby.
Jameson.
What else? We could talk about the Vikings. I mean, I don't have too much more. I mean, I have the Saquon stat that I think is crazy that we could talk about quickly. The fact that Saquon Barkley's been tackled at the 1 yard line.
I mean, that's
a
gotta
league high
have-
11 times.
That's got to have fantasy owners like punching air.
And 10 of those were
But, like,
10 of those became a Jalen Hurts tush push.
As somebody
0 became Saquon.
as somebody who the previous 2 years has drafted an Eagle, like I drafted Miles Sanders 2 years ago and then D Swift last year. like Jalen Hurts is the biggest snake in the league. Like both guys with over 1,000-yard seasons and like 3 touchdowns because Jalen Hurts. And they're like, oh, Jalen Hurts has 14 rushing touchdowns this year. Yep. Yeah, Jalen Hurts has 12 1-yard rushing touchdowns.
Well, he's just leaning forward. Like.
Yeah, he has fucking Dallas Goedert and then Jason Kelsey absolutely annihilating the guy in front of him.
The thing is that's crazy is Saquon's having like this MVP like caliber season. Like if you could make the case, 10 of those became Jalen Hurts rushing touchdowns. If half of those went to Saquon, his MVP case would be so like that much like greater.
Yep.
Obviously, I don't think there's a world where at this point the NFL gives any running back like he could break the yards record this year. I don't see the NFL.
I mean, he would have
if he had the MVP. I don't.
He would have fucking what is that? 18. He would have
touchdowns?
18 total touchdowns though.
If
he
breaks the record,
if he got all of them, he'd have 21.
Yeah, he'd have 20. But like you're saying, if he had 5 more, 16, and then he still has 5 more games to play, like or 4 more games to play.
Still get to 20.
Yeah, he could. Yeah, he could have had 20 something rushing touchdowns.
If he breaks the record, I don't see how you can't give it to him. Like you know,
it again.
Oh come on, man. No, but like I don't know. Even though like Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, and all of them are having great seasons, and I'm giving it to Saquon. Like the Eagles team would be nothing without him.
I just want to see. Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Well, like I mean, what's Buffalo without Josh Allen?
Buffalo's nothing without Josh Allen.
Yes, but
he's throwing a Khalil Shakir.
What are the Ravens without Lamar Jackson?
I just think it's more impressive that your running back is more. You know what I mean? Everyone's quarterback's the most important player. Like your running back's more important than Jalen Hurts, who was like in MVP conversation not too long ago.
Yeah.
Like
facts. Yeah. I mean, like like you're saying, like if you took. Obviously, like, if you took everybody's starting quarterback off their team, like it's way different. But like taking Saquon off of this offense, which I get it. Like even last year, like their offense was still really good, but like their offense is so much fucking better this year. Yeah, so much better. And sitting there for like any kind of flaws that Jalen Hurts has as a thrower, like you don't have to sit there and rely on him as much. So that's what makes the Eagles so much more like dynamic and impressive this year. I mean, he threw 100. He threw for 108 yards. Saquon had more rushing yards than he had passing yards last week.
And A.J. Brown, and Jalen Hurts got a little drama going. I don't know if you saw it in the media.
Oh, yeah.
They were
I wish my players would have to cry about how they're not getting the ball in this super successful offense where they've done nothing but win his entire career. He's still he could be entering his those graceful prime years, like that 30-year-old quarterback where he's like, I've really got a handle on the NFL right now after 3 starting seasons again, like 3 successful seasons, I should say. That's his big thing is that he got drafted at 20. Like that was huge.
Yeah, and he's finally in a system that works with him, and it replaced where he set up. Like he was the Jets and then the Panthers. The Panthers suck.
But I mean,
he was backing up.
But I think that might have him learning under Shanahan, getting that time around him. I think that actually really helped him.
Yeah.
That's bro, coaching is everything. What's his name? Who's the fucking coach of the Vikings?
Kevin O'Connell.
Yeah, he's really good, and bro, he's got Josh McCown as a quarterback's coach to help him out. Like Josh McCown, career backup, but backups always make really good coaches. You know, Dan Campbell was a career backup. Like those guys always make really good coaches, and he's just in a really good situation, and letting him walk, I think, is stupid.
Yeah, I don't think they would do that. I don't think they would do that. But then McCarthy, you can do a lot of things. You if the Jets or another QB needy team,
Jaguars.
Yeah,
super QB needy.
But if they're QB needy, they could overpay or overtrade for him.
You have Daniel Jones as a backup. You run Sam.
I forgot to have Daniel Jones on the team.
You run Sam out there as the starter. You trade JJ McCarthy to a QB needy team. You get some decent draft capital. Because he's a first round kid. You can get a second or second and a fourth.
Yeah.
And you unload his rookie contract.
They got options.
Yeah, they're in a good spot. I mean, better than the Jets.
Everybody's in a better situation than the Jets. Everybody's in a better situation than the Jags and the Jets.
Yeah. You guys got anything else?
We talking Soto?
Yeah.
Some initial Soto reaction.
Yeah. Fuck Soto. Fuck that money hungry
fucking
piece of shit.
mean, yo, you gotta.
Motherfucker.
Seems like
over a suite? Are you kidding me? Fuck you.
Do you believe that at all?
Yes.
That like
he's probably that.
he's coping, bro.
Yes.
No, he doesn't know what to
like
believe.
that has to be the biggest BS report. Like, bro, they make Derek Jeter pay for his suite. You know, like, you're gonna sit there like if I'm Hal Steinbrenner and be like, absolutely not. Like, who does he think he is? Guy's won.
What does it even matter when you have a $700 million contract?
$760
well,
million
what are we
contract.
talking about
Yeah.
here? Oh no!
Yeah, I know. I gotta pay for his suite, but like to me, it's like I was like,
his contract. If you break it down, if he opts in after those 5 years, it goes up to $55 million a year. It's more significant.
It can be over like in total. It can go over 8.
Yeah,
see, that's
well over 8.
That's why I think like to me. Like Cohen just like he said, he slapped his wallet on the table and said, "I'm not being outbid." And the Yankees, I think, got to $760 because they said it was like a $5 million difference, but they got to $760 and they looked at him and was like, "You're not getting another nickel." And Cohen was going to go into, was willing to go into the 8s.
No, but the Yankees played it perfectly. They said, "Listen, if you really want to be with us, you'll give up the $5 million, and like if you want to win with us, like you'll take the lower contract."
Right.
And he called their bluff.
Honestly, I thought he would I would have been like, I'll give you like 13 and $650, which would have still given him the same like AAV or whatever. He still would have been getting $50 million a year, and you would have saved $100 million. Like I wouldn't have budgeted over $650.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy's phenomenal, but like to give him $400 more million than Aaron Judge. I get it. Aaron got his contract at 30, but like,
listen, let's call it what it is. It's a bad contract.
No,
it is.
It's not.
No.
It's really not.
It is.
It's not. It's not.
He will be a very good Juan Soto for at least 5 years. It's a bad contract.
It's not a bad contract if you can't afford it.
It's not it's not a bad contract because you're going to give me when he's 37, he's going to be they know that going in.
I didn't say 37.
Everybody knows that going in.
I'm saying 32. I'm saying he's going to be a DH. He's going to be he's going to be off 2 torn ligaments. He's gonna be
that's still like
you need some more of that haterade, bro.
bro.
You need some more wine. You need some wine with that,
bro. He's not gonna be a DH.
Cheese with that wine,
as a Yankee fan, that man is not gonna be a DH until he's like 35. That's 8 years later.
Nah, bro. Listen. Judge is better than Soto.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
Wait.
So who won MVP this year? So who won MVP this year?
By the way,
what do you mean?
I have text receipts of Julian saying he's out on Soto. And he said it after the Juan Soto signing.
Stop.
No, that's what I'm saying. I don't want to hear from him.
You're right. I am on Soto.
We have receipts of him saying he's given up on Judge for his career.
Nah, bro.
Like recent receipts.
I don't know what you're
now
talking
he's
about, bro.
coping and he's saying that. He doesn't even believe it.
Judge is better than Soto,
Judge is the best hitter in baseball.
Yeah.
And he is.
Jules switching up like crazy.
Honestly, there's a big gap, and like Juan Soto is really good, but there's a big gap between Soto and Judge.
The switch up is crazy.
Listen, and you're not gonna like this. Kyle Tucker is a better all-around player than Juan Soto, bro. He is.
That's also not true. That's a cope for the
Bro,
Yankees.
Kyle Tucker steals like 40 bases a year.
Yo, Juan Soto was your king last week.
Nah, bro.
Juan Soto is. Like Kyle Tucker is really good. He's good defensively, steals bases, but like Juan Soto's is just a better hitter.
The cope is crazy.
Juan Soto's
Buddy
better.
is all ripping Judge apart during the postseason.
Listen, we'll see what happens.
But like once again, it's just like, dude, like all it takes is Judge to have one good playoff run. If we win a World Series, it's going to be the A-Rod situation all over again. Like A-Rod's winning MVPs, doing XYZ, but he was bad in the playoffs until 2009. Judge is doing the same thing. He's winning MVPs. He's bad in the playoffs until 2025. If he wins a World Series, everybody sits there and throws all the stigmas out.
Yeah, like Julian.
All you need is one good run.
Yeah, you know who was pretty good in the playoffs this year? Juan Soto. He's pretty good.
Yo, you're right. Listen. I'm never giving up on Captain Judge, bro. Salute. I love you, Judge. I'm never giving up on him, bro.
I'm gonna clip this and send this to all of them. Because he literally,
Judge
even
my
after
guy.
the season,
Judge my
I
guy.
still hate Judge. He goes, I still hate Judge.
I don't see how you hate. Like you take Judge off that team, and they don't even come. They're like an 82-win team.
Not even.
Like, they're not playing.
75 wins.
They're not.
Like he had a top 10 statistical season of all time. Yeah, it's crazy. He's so good.
And he started off the first month of the season batting like 100.
Horrible. Yeah, his April was non-existent. He might as well have not even played.
Yeah, but we'll see how things play out. I think both teams have a lot of work to do, but we'll see.
Oh, yeah.